You're probably familiar with this situation. The Christmas holidays are over. You're sitting on the couch full of food, you've just eaten the last few cookies, your belly feels twice as big as it did a week ago, and you just feel uncomfortable. You think to yourself, everything will be different from January. I'll do more sports, eat healthier, and finally give up all this sweet stuff. But if we're honest, we all know what happens then. The first working day of the new year comes. You're stressed, tired, perhaps a little overwhelmed, and suddenly you come up with all the excuses. I'm just too exhausted today, I'll start next week. It's not actually that bad yet. And just like in previous years, your New Year's resolutions remain just that. Resolutions. You don't turn them into reality. But why is that? Why do we keep failing to actually realize our goals? And how can we change this? The answer lies in a fundamental difference that many people don't realize. The difference between motivation and routine. It's not because you're lazy, but because of how our brain works. Let's dive deeper into the example described and find out how you can actually achieve your goals. The key is to understand how motivation works. Motivation is an inner drive that motivates us to pursue a specific goal. Psychologically speaking, there are two main types of motivation. 1. Extrinsic motivation. This arises from external incentives, such as rewards or avoiding negative consequences. An example is the desire to receive compliments for a fitter appearance. 2. Intrinsic motivation. This comes from within and arises when you feel pleasure or fulfillment from the activity itself. For example, if you really enjoy exercise or love working out as a personal challenge. Motivation is often based on an aversive state, an unpleasant feeling that we want to get rid of. In our example, the aversive state would be the feeling of fullness and dissatisfaction after the Christmas holidays. You feel sluggish, perhaps even guilty, and think to yourself, something has to change now. These emotions give you a strong but short-term drive. They trigger the need to do something to end this state, be it through more exercise, a healthier diet, or an overall better lifestyle. But here's the problem. The unpleasant feelings that motivated you are quickly forgotten. After a few days, you are distracted from work or everyday life, and this original aversive state fades. At the same time, motivation is a limited resource. Studies show that willpower and motivation are often situational. They depend on your current energy level, your emotions, and external circumstances. This means that as soon as this original motivation wanes, you are back in exactly the same place as before. You resign yourself to your old habits, and the resolution to do more sports fades into the background. And this is where routines and the right structures come into play. Routines are automated patterns of behavior that you integrate into your everyday life through repetition and planning. The big advantage of routines is that they take decisions off your hands. You don't have to think about going to the gym every day. It just becomes part of your life, like brushing your teeth or drinking coffee. Routines are so powerful because they are independent of motivation. It doesn't matter if you're stressed or don't feel like it. Your structures ensure that you still work towards your goals. In addition, routines have a relieving effect because they reduce so-called decision fatigue. We make hundreds of decisions every day. What to eat, how to organize our day, whether to go to the gym. Every decision costs energy. With routines, you eliminate many of these decisions and make it easy for you to stick to them. If you have people around you who have been going running, going to the gym, or attending a language course regularly for years, and you have always asked yourself, how can they always be so motivated? Then you now know that in most cases this has nothing to do with constant motivation. Rather, these people have developed routines that make it easier for them to keep going. For them, what is still a huge effort for you has long since become an automated part of their lives. But does that make motivation a bad thing? Not at all. You can use moments of drive to establish routines that make motivation obsolete in your everyday life. Motivation is like a spark that you can use to light the fire of your routines. The challenge is to use this spark effectively to build long-term structures. Use moments when you feel particularly motivated. For example, directly after watching this video, to lay the foundations for new routines. Now you're probably asking yourself, how exactly do I manage to build such routines? Here are some concrete tips that can be applied to our example with sports. 1. Plan concretely and realistically. Vague goals like "I want to do more sports" rarely work. Instead, say, "I'll go to the gym every week on Monday and Thursday." It also often helps to link a new routine with an existing habit. For example, going straight to the gym after work instead of driving home first. 2. Prepare yourself. Get your gym bag ready the night before or pack it straight into the car. This eliminates a decision hurdle. 3. Create commitment. Arrange a fixed date with a training partner. You are mutually responsible and it is harder for you to cancel. If you don't have a training partner, you can create commitment by signing up for courses, etc. 4. Reward yourself. Rewards are a powerful motivator, especially in the beginning. 5. Start small. The bigger you make the task, the less likely you are to stick to your plan. Therefore, instead of signing up for an intensive 5-day workout program right away, plan 2 fixed training sessions per week at first. Now you know why motivation alone is not enough, and why routines and the right framework conditions are the key to actually achieving your goals. Learn to consciously use short-term motivation to establish the structures that will bring you closer to your goals in the long term. For example, right now, use the feeling this video leaves you with. Perhaps this video will motivate you to change something. Don't waste this energy. So, pack your gym bag for tomorrow now. Make a fixed appointment now. Write yourself a weekly plan now. Buy healthy groceries now. Delete your social media app now. Sign up for a language course, or whatever it is that you want to achieve. And don't forget, it's perfectly normal to fail from time to time. Failure is human, and even the best routines don't always work. But they will definitely get you closer to your goal, and it's worth giving them a try. Good luck. If you enjoyed the video and learned something new, please subscribe to this channel and like the video. See you soon.